Hello, lovers. Welcome to Relationships and More. We're your hosts, Cam
and Jay.
And tonight's topic's gonna focus on the importance of voting and the expectations of the primaries, which are actually tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, and it's live right now.
Yeah, live as we're speaking. So, this is I'm gonna kind of let Jay kind of start it off for us tonight, and then I'll kind of chime in a little bit.
Off
Because even though it's very important to both of us, but I feel like Jay is kind of like this is his expertise, this department. So like you go ahead and
boy,
just...
please get the fuck out of here.
You go ahead and tell
Oh my god! So
hi
everyone, how are you, bitch? I know somebody out there like, bitch, you can't hear us anyway. But actually tonight is the primaries. It is happening in, I guess, Michigan for the second time. I guess they had like a second round or whatever. And the primaries, they had like 1,309 people that still have to vote and things of that nature. And we're going to be talking about the importance of voting, but not just the importance of voting. We're also going to be speaking on who you're voting for and knowing what you're voting for.
That's very
and we're
important.
also going to be going into some of their policies as I'm talking about, you know, who you're voting for, be mindful of the policies, blah, blah, blah. And then we're also going to be talking about what I expect from the primaries tonight. So I'm going to let my good boyfriend here decide which topic we touch on first. The primary is tonight, like I just said, and I have a lot of concerns as of what kind of questions will be asked and what, I guess, altitude they'll be asking the questions. I guess I said that right. Kind of like what variation are they going to be asking the questions in? I would love to see more questions about... Anyway, I'm not going to spoil that. Let's just let you go ahead. Which topic are we going to touch on first?
Voting, the importance of voting.
Okay, and what do you
And I feel like, because the importance of voting kind of ties into like the whole primaries and the expectations of the type of questions that they're asking and everything like that. I feel like you first, in order to even be familiar with the primary or like, you know, to touch on expectations, you need to know the importance of voting. You know, why should we vote? For me, it's not just a thing of like a African American culture and, you know, our ancestors fought for, which they did, and that's why it's very important for us as a race to make sure that our votes are being accounted for. But at the same time, is bigger than just us. Is everyone as a whole. Like, as far as what do you want for your country? Like, what rights do you still want to have the right to? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you don't take voting seriously, when certain laws get passed, in my opinion, I feel like you don't have the right to say anything anymore because you didn't take voting seriously.
Exactly. And people say, and my mom is a big guilty person in saying things like, they're going to put whoever they want to put in there anyway, when actually that's not how it works. Mm-hmm. It works by college electors. Of course, we vote. The college electors then look at the votes and see, okay, well, which one are we going to pick? Especially for something like this, it'll either be Biden or what's my baby name, or Sanders' name, or her Sanders' name, or it'll be Sanders or fucking Trump, which no one really wants him in there. But my mom is actually just like a very guilty person in doing things like that, and I always tell her, Mom, do you not understand how important voting is? Regardless on that, it could have took just your one more vote by saying, all right, these two of these college electors are going to say, yeah, I want to vote for this person because the American people are speaking and saying, I want this person. I feel like a lot of American people are, everywhere I go, I keep saying, Bernie, 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 Bernie. Like, Bernie is that bitch. Like,
Right.
you don't understand. Like, Bernie wants some good things. And with that being said, I am going to slip into his policies like I did on my video. Actually, in the same shirt. You know some of the policies, right?
Yeah, of course. You know, affordable health care for everyone.
Medicare for all.
Affordable health care, like I
Medicare
said.
for all.
That's
You pay for it
affordable.
in your taxes.
That's affordable health care.
Don't
Is
say
it not?
No, because you're not gonna be. Well, you are gonna be paying for it in taxes.
Like I said, affordable.
Affordable health care. Whatchamacallit actually opposes Medicare for all. He says he just wants to expand what you can do on the Medicare for all. You get what I'm saying?
Who said that?
Biden.
So moving on. Also, Sanders wants, of affordable, college for people. Now that is like the fact that he wants affordable college for all, and he wants to get rid of student loan debt. Like, he had me right there. So amongst
he had me at $15 an hour.
Right, if it wants to raise minimum wage to at least $15 an hour, which I think is very bold, fair. But at the same time it is fair, and it's just because, again, like, for someone like us where, having a part-time job, when it's not peak season, hours are very scarce. So at least having $15 an hour would definitely help that a lot. Also, him wanting to make it the choice of the woman as far as what she wants to do with her body, to get an abortion or not. Mm-hmm. Definitely he wants to legalize marijuana in all states and not just a few, and pardon everyone that has actually went to jail for it. Prison. Because he understands at the end of the day, how screwed up the legal system is. He actually, and that's what is getting me, the fact that an older Caucasian man,
white man,
is basically like he understands the struggle. You don't have too many of them. I'm just gonna be completely honest.
That's very true.
Like, most of them, they from back in the day of, we're not gonna say those words, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, how they would treat, certain people as inferior. And he's pretty much, wanting to stop that. Like, and for those, like, we say it as far as pardon, basically what that means is for those who were ever been in prison or still in prison for marijuana charges, that he's pretty much wanting to clear all of that, clear their slate. Mm-hmm. And that, to me, sounds like a winner.
It speaks volumes on him.
Because he really cares about the success. He is in tune with the American dream, as far as you really gonna put a person in prison for marijuana
when it's legal in certain states.
Number one. And number two, you got all these crazy people killing innocent people, taking young children's innocence, but they say roaming free. Like, I don't get that. But you will lock up in a heartbeat, preferably somebody of color, whether it's the Hispanic or African American or
African American.
I said African American, Lord have mercy. African American or, other ethnicities. I'm just saying, like, again, we having a real conversation here. So, I'm just speaking truth. I'm just speaking from what I've seen, and it's just, it's crazy. So to have a Caucasian man,
why did you say a white man?
Because that's the term that you're supposed to use.
Well, fuck that. We saying white men tonight.
Okay.
Caucasian
for a white individual such as himself, he's older on top of that, like that's very commendable.
And his track record shows he's been fighting the same thing for 40 years.
Exactly. And that's and to me, I feel like the fact that somebody is not just talking this just to get into the role of a president, right? But he's actually, as Bay said, like he actually has been doing this for years. That speaks volume, because that makes me feel like, okay, you're not just trying to pull, like, you're just trying to get a vote. So when you get in, it's really not gonna be like that.
That's what
like
I was
you're
just
showing
saying
me
as well.
You're actually showing me that you actually are very passionate about this, and we've had this conversation before. Like that's what I look for in my next president. Like I want someone that can relate to me. What are you gonna do to benefit me? And the fact, like, and when I say me, I mean those who struggle like us. Because I mean, when you really think about it, what if you're rich, what else do you possibly need? Like, I don't get it. Like, how are you catering to 1% of our population against the other 99%? Like, that math makes no sense to me. But this current president, that's what he's doing.
And with that being said, I think that it's very, very, what am I going to say? It's very, very noticeable if you just sit back and look at the things that go on in these presidential races. It's almost like they sell out. And this is why I feel like this is why a lot of people have a big, big problem with like Democrats and things like that. Or, I mean, fucking Republicans sell out too, but I mean, they're known for that. We're not supposed to be known for being sellouts. Like, I mean, I'm not a Democrat, but if I had to pick a party, it would be Democrat.
So break it down for those who don't really know what you mean when you say like Democrats are sellouts.
Democrats are sellout as in they'll oppose almost everything you say, and then when they see that they're losing, they jump on the winning side. Oh my God, no, I didn't mean that. And we have seen that with Cory Booker, which is I don't know what I'm not even going to speak on his race because I don't know what his race is. Kamala Harris, the bitch who said, has he been cleared? I mean, I think she would be a good part of the Senate or some part of like the cabinet. She would be a great part in there. I haven't heard shit from Warren. It's like she disappeared. She said she's dropping out of the race. She's sad. She didn't do good in her hometown. She scored all-time low in her hometown. I think she only had like 12% or something like that. Don't quote me on the numbers. I don't know. And that's really bad for it to be your hometown. I think that was just her peak to say, you know, I'm bouncing back. But yet you have time to go to SNL and make a video. You know that video? I just flip the switch. Flip, she in the back. You know.
In other words, she switched flipping sides.
I mean, it's no. I'm just saying she was very much a coward to how she ran away. She was just like, I think that I can't say who I'm endorsing. You can't do a last minute thing. This is not a last minute thing. You have to say it right out the rip. And everybody is backing him right away. I was very, very disappointed with Andrew Yang and his deciding to endorse Joe Biden as well as all of them. I think that was a bad move on his part. At that point, I was like, damn, were you really going to ever even do what you said you were going to do? Because now it makes me question your logic and question what you were going to actually do.
Right, if anything, if you were going to endorse somebody, why not endorse the person that was on the same page as you?
Exactly. Both of them are almost... Andrew Yang and fucking Bernie Sanders were on the same page.
Right.
It was very easy for someone to say, okay, well, if Bernie drops out, I'm going to Andrew. If Andrew drops out, I'm going to Bernie. Like, their plans were almost the same.
But you know that you say that it really does make you
speaks
question.
volumes.
It makes you question as far as your motives. Not only was it a hoax of what you said that you were gonna do, but are you one of those people that were you getting paid under the table to endorse this
Exactly.
person?
That's what I'm saying.
You
And I think
know,
a lot of that has happened with Cory Booker and Camila Harris and uh Andrew Yang. I mean, it's not a funny thing. I mean,
and
this man loved math. I would love to see their bank accounts.
Right.
Even if cryptocurrencies have entered their bank accounts, you know, I would love to see that. I understand they're entrepreneurs and blah, 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 but I want to see these people bank accounts because there is no way I'm so against somebody and then the second I see they're up there in the primaries and I might have to secure me a cabinet spot. Let me go ahead and suck some ass.
So my whole thing is this. I may end up going into a whole nother podcast, whole nother video, but for me, it really makes you question like that biblical verse. The love of money is the root of all evil, and you know how money is power, how money can control people, and it just really makes you wonder, like, you know, this is really the world that we live in. As far as, you mean to tell me that you are willing to jeopardize your morality,
your integrity.
You're willing to jeopardize all of your beliefs, what you were raised in, what you believe, not even just raised, but what you believe as an adult. You're willing to jeopardize all of that and all of the, you know, what's best for this country over money. My whole thing is, well, if we had more heroes that would stand up against money, like, I don't care how much you pay me, in the long run, I know this is going to it's going to negatively impact this country, including me and my family as well. So, no, I'm going to take a stand against this because this isn't right.
Because what people don't understand is the president works for the people.
Right.
Because we got your ass in there. Just like everything else, your mayor, your fucking senators. People have to vote on those things, every 7 years for the...
But on top of that, like, for me, I just feel like you are not much of a leader if you have to base it on, because, you know, you got money.
Right.
Like, your power is your money. If that's all the power you have, I feel sorry for you. And because even though money is important to have, but again, going back to when you have all of these uproars and you have these, what do you call them? Riots. Because the people are furious because you are picking someone as president that doesn't deserve to be a president because they're not a leader, first of all. And secondly, you got a president that's doing stuff that's against the country. That's where your riots start to come in. People are not just going to sit here just quiet and just, okay, yes, 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 sir, yes, sir, no, sir. No, we're tired of that. And I just don't understand, like, why would you want to pick a president that is solely based on money? That's all they care about. Whatever has the highest bidder, there you go. Sold. It's like, as a true leader is already secure with their bank account first and foremost. Before all this, they secure with that part. An actual real president, a real leader, is going to think of ways, how can I lead my country out of debt? How can I make sure that my country, the children of my country, the parents of my country, the young adults of my country, how can I make it better for them so they won't feel like the only way out is killing somebody else or doing something crazy to kill themselves? Like, y'all think that people just decide to kill other people just because? No. A lot of them may be called crazy, but I guarantee you there is a huge percentage of them, they feel like, well, shit, like, I'm gonna die regardless anyway because all of the power y'all giving this crazy president. So why not go ahead and take me and a few others out? Why not send that message to him? Since you want to do all this, I'm gonna take your people out. I mean, just certain things to marinate on. I'm just saying, but I mean, like that's goes back. We pulling it back to the importance of voting, and when you're voting, really ask yourself like, are you voting for this person because you want to, or are you voting because, well, I don't want nobody to ask me who I voted for, and if I tell them the wrong name, they're gonna condemn me.
And I think that's gonna be a big case with Biden because, let's be honest, Biden don't know what the fuck he talking about. I mean, every time one of his people asks him a question, he want to snap at him.
Well, let's be honest. Like, are there any videos that you've seen of Bernie being like throwing a tantrum and being disrespectful in his words?
No. Because if it was, they would have ate his ass to shreds.
So that's my point.
You know, they cannot stand somebody who is actually working for the American people, actually working for the working class people, the people who actually run this country. The working class people.
There you go. Because if it wasn't for the working people of this country, the rich people wouldn't have what they have. Like, bitch, you really have to understand the clothes on your back was made by somebody in the factory.
Mm-hmm.
Your water, your good water, was processed by someone in a factory. If you didn't have all this and these organic foods and all this, you wouldn't have all that if it wasn't for the actual working families of this country. So
why not pay back?
Why not make it easy for? And that's the thing. Bernie is not even just, it's not just about a specific class of people. He wants it for everyone.
Be careful, don't say that too loud because you know they get upset whenever we say anything good about Bernie. You know, don't say it too loud. They're gonna get upset.
Well, bitch, y'all get upset. Do what you must. But what I'm saying is, why wouldn't we want someone that wants it equal opportunity for everyone? Like, that's the thing. It's like that's what makes me respect him even more. The fact that he's not just on the side of the working family. He's on the side of this country, period.
Mm-hmm.
And what more of a leader do you want?
Let me tell you what the big issue is, though. Is that all these big companies are working against him. It's over with. He only has 1% ahead of... Biden has 1% ahead of Bernie. He only has 1% ahead. It's not a big chunk. It's not, oh my God, it's over. It's not over. Actually, it's just getting started. Like, this is where the heat comes in. This is where the American people have to push and say, this is what I want. I want him. Whether it be Bernie or whether it be Biden, I'm really pushing for Bernie. I feel that Joe is a very, got you. He's a got you type of person. He gonna get in the house. He gonna say, yeah, I wanted to work out all these deals. Nah, I'm just gonna keep everything the same. Got you. I'm gonna keep everything the same. Got you. I won't be doing anything else. Everything's just gonna stay the same. No global warming. Global warming isn't real, blah, blah, blah.
And I'm not talking about him because I don't know the man like that. Like, and plus he's not, president yet is making these rash, stupid decisions. So I can't really, but based on the videos that I've watched him and how he is using his words, he sounds like a power whore. For me, a power whore means that you already know that you have a certain...
First of all,
a certain
what should have spoke volumes to y'all is the fact that the former president didn't even want to do a ad video with
he
Biden.
Has...
That should have spoke volumes to you already.
He has a certain type of tyrant type of attitude, such as the actual president that we have now. That's what I mean by power whore. As far as, bitch, I can say whatever I want to and I can get away with it because I got power.
Shit.
Exactly.
You think it's a joke, but I'm really being for real.
Exactly. But not just that, but y'all can't say nothing because I have this. I have this power. I have power over people. I already know I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, what I want to do. And
so are you calling him a low-key oligarch?
If that means a power whore, yeah. And I just feel like I know as cliche as it may sound, but it really is true. With great power comes great responsibility. You can't just have power and you do whatever you will with it and you can talk to anybody any way you choose. You can't do that. That was disgusting what I saw when this man called. Was it the woman or the man that he called a piece of shit?
No, he told him that he was full of shit.
Right. But that's just as bad. Like,
you told him he was full of shit. Actually, I have the video right now.
Well, you want to play that little clip?
That little clip, honey.
I'm not going to play the whole thing, but just a little clip so y'all can know that, like, this is... some of y'all probably have already seen it, but it's just... again, it goes back to, for someone that is running for president, I just don't, there's just a certain, for me, I'm sorry, there's just a certain way that you talk, and you don't talk to people like that.
And with that being said, here's the video.
Getting the union vote when there's a large portion of the union workers that are gun enthusiasts, and you are actively trying to diminish your Second Amendment right and take away our guns. You're for
Now, shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment, just like right now, if you yell fire, that's not free speech. From the very beginning, I have a shotgun, I have a 20 gauge, a 12 gauge, my son's hunt. Guess what? You're not allowed to own any weapon. I'm not taking your gun away at all. You need 100 rounds?
So when you were in Beto, when you said you're going to take our guns,
I did not say that. That's not true. I did not say that.
Video.
It's a viral video like the other ones they're putting out that are simply a lie.
Your voice, you said that you're taking the guns.
Oh, he just clarified it. Wait. You can take your AR-14s and what?
Okay, this is not okay.
Hold on. Hey, let's
Don't tell me
there's a lot of guys. Wanting.
I'm not worried.
Hey,
So much.
and there's a lot of
Did you hear that? The guy says, "You're working for me, man." He says, "You're working for me, man." He says, "I'm not working for you. Don't be such a horse's ass." Now,
so it's a lot that we can depict against this video.
Just that, and if we were to watch the whole 12-minute video,
right? But my main thing that I just found very offensive to this is you all couldn't see it but hear it. But after he says that the man is full of shit, he also tells someone else to shush, and he starts, and it was a woman that he said that to, and he started pointing his finger. Now, again, they're adults. There were not any children talking. So my whole thing is that goes back to that whole inferior versus superior mindset. Like, I don't care if the person angered you or whatever. Again, you're running for president. There's a certain way that you have to speak. Like, it's just common courtesy and it's being respectful. But to tell somebody to shush and you pointing your fingers like you're trying to discipline them, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. And I get tired of that. I get tired of them using the amendment of freedom of speech. Like, they use it too literal, meaning that they feel like that you
say whatever the fuck they feel
exactly. Like. And you have to understand that you, even though you have the right of freedom of speech. But still, the same way that I can't tell my boss to go fuck himself, the same way that you are expected, if you're running for something as powerful as president, you can't tell somebody that they full of shit. I mean, it's just certain things you just cannot do. And again, going back to the people, us, y'all, you really want a president that's gonna talk like that?
Hell, they already have one.
But that's what I'm saying. Like y'all
Bernie
like
never
this.
speaks like that.
Y'all like this, and I don't. And that's what's confusing and frustrating. It's like, what have we come to? It's like, this is like all types of chaos in the works, like in the making. Like to me, I just, again, yes, with us, we talk how we want to talk with each other, but I feel like at the end of the day, when it comes to something as important as being a president or like something like this, it's a certain way that you have to talk to people. You have to talk to people with respect.
And first of all, she was actually one of the campaign managers, which means they actually go out, they do the groundwork for you, they try to get voters to vote for you, blah blah blah, things like that. That's what she does. And for you to speak to someone that's employed, it's like, bitch, I give you money, shut the fuck up.
Right.
That's kind of how I proceed.
Right. I took it as
Shush.
if, damn, is she your whore or something? Because you're talking to her like you're her pimp.
She was actually trying to de-escalate the situation.
Right.
She's like, all right, you got shush.
Right.
Like, that's not how you speak to people. It's,
Hold on
one
give
second,
me
man.
1 minute. Right.
Let me reiterate some things.
Right. It's
Turn back to the
right.
person.
Exactly.
Boom, boom, boom. It was just that easy. It's not fucking rocket science.
At all.
I don't come in here and say, hey, bitch.
Exactly.
Is you gonna make me some food?
Right. Or if we are having a debate, we don't just say shush. Like, we don't say anything like that. So it's a shame of what society may call us. We kind of close to the bottom of the totem pole. It's a shame that we know etiquettes when it comes to respecting one another when we're trying to talk. And this old geezer don't even know that, those principles.
Oh,
Like,
he knows. He
it's
just refused to
he
follow.
don't care, right?
Then
And-
it makes me question, are you sexist? Will you have a woman working with you? How do you treat your wife? It just made me question. Had he been a man, would he said the same thing? I know that some people may like, that might be a stretch. It might be. But it's just a question.
I mean, between sexes, and I'll go ahead and throw one in, another one, a monkey wrench, racist as well. Because that worker was not white, who he was talking to, who said he was full of shit. He wasn't white.
Yes, he was.
He didn't look white.
Well, he was white.
He looked very Hispanic, like ethnic.
Well, he may have been.
That's my point. Because he was doing that to him too. Like, again, that finger,
Then
like
he, he goes on to say something later on in the video. It's a very long video. I'm not gonna watch it all. It's like, I'll take your ass outside. Something like that. He
said
told him,
that?
man, something like, I'll take your ass outside.
See, that's
What does that mean? Like, does that mean
That's
you gonna
a
beat
threat.
him? That's
a
And
threat.
then let's say, had you got rowdy with somebody who really not about that bullshit.
right.
You don't know if they would have had that gun,
right.
or if they would have looked at you and be like, bitch, who you talking to?
Exactly.
And beat your ass, like,
No, kill. Forget
beat your ass,
kill.
killed you, whichever one. Like, you have to be careful who you speak to in that manner.
Right.
And with that being said, why can't we just speak to all people in a good manner?
But that
And it's just like the president calling every news source that comes out and says anything about you, oh, that's fake news. Oh, that's fake news. Bitch, I'm gonna tell you how the elders used to say it back in the day. Baby, everybody ain't gonna lie on you.
Right. But that goes back to my point of this the type of president y'all want? Like, we really need to ponder on that. We've already got one already that's being a very huge prick. So y'all just pretty much just trading that one
Just
out for a
hand
whole
them
nother
over.
one. Like, come on, like this is what I'm saying. And then that's why, no disrespect to your mom, no disrespect to my dad, but this is why I get offended when we don't take voting seriously, or if it's not your mom saying, well, they're gonna put whoever they want to in there, is like my dad's case, like, well, I don't like now one of them, so I'm not gonna vote. It's just like,
But it's just like you have to do your research.
do your research, and
You can't say you don't like now one of them and can't give me one thing you don't like about him. It's
Right.
just like Trump. I said, let me sit back and not just say I don't like him. Let me find some shit that he's doing that I don't like. So then when someone says, why don't you like Trump?
right.
Bitch, he abused his power on the daily, get people fired,
That- and
fire
that's
witnesses
a no.
that have things that say about
And that's
the
a no of
cases.
how he
Admits
speaks.
to it, doesn't go to jail for it. It's just like the whole white privilege vendetta on him.
That's what I'm saying right there.
He embezzles money into his own golf course
But
when
guess
they have a
what?
presidential golf
Bitch,
course that
I
you
got
can go
money.
to.
Bitch, I can shake the table like that because I got money. I can
This
do
bitch
whatever I
is
want.
shaking
to.
the table.
But like it hurts because it's like going, like I said again, me and you, like, what if somebody like this gets in and like, because we're not having enough people to really sit down and think and really vote for somebody that's gonna make a positive difference for the community and the country, like, what if your right to be yourself gets taken away? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about shit like that. Like, how me and you are, we, stay in the same household. We can go out. If we want to hold hands, we can do that. If we want to, give a little pick or whatever, we can do that. What if all that got reversed back and we can't do that no more? You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think they could do that because it's basically written in the Constitution, which is basically underlining the pursuit of happiness. And bitch, you about the pursuit of happiness. So I mean, it's basically in the Constitution.
How they going? I'm just saying.
I don't
The
think
rate
they
that
can
they
actually do
going-
it,
The rate that they going, I just wouldn't put it past them. I
but
really
just like they
wouldn't.
say, oh my God, we love our LGBT people. As soon as you got in the office, your fucking page came down for LGBT people. And then I love, just like T.S. Madison was saying, big lover of T.S. Madison, by the way. She was saying something like, all of the black people, or somebody was saying, he ain't do nothing but do a lot of stuff for the gays. He ain't do nothing but do a lot of stuff for the gays. What he doing for the other? What he doing for people?
Wait, who they talking about?
Huh? They was talking about Obama when he was in office, which is a whole nother thing. But
And
we're already
they were
touching on it.
They were saying that he was doing a whole lot for the gays, but he not doing a whole lot for like other people that are straight.
Right. I mean, first of all, your rights have never been like stop like the way me and your rights could be stop like.
Oh, you were saying
not
the
getting
straight
married,
people was getting upset
I
about
guess they were
this.
straight, honey. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But what we actually here to talk about is how it's so. And with that being said, I'm gonna say it's so crazy how you can oppose a lot of stuff someone says, and then yet you turn around and endorse him. And at that point, I call you a sellout, and it speaks volumes on
Your
the
character.
person that you're endorsing.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't have a lot bad to say about Bernie, cause bitch, Bernie ain't really have a lot. What they call him, a communist. I mean, he's not a communist, he's a socialist, but go off. Which is a big difference, actually. Go do your research. That's why I tell people, do your research. It's very crucial.
But
don't let people tell you something about somebody and not go look. I looked at every single
But at the
policy
end of the
his.
but even in that, I haven't necessarily looked at every single policy or anything like that. But I could just, how you can tell how a person is in their character by first impressions, right? Like, my first impression of him, even how he spoke, it just spoke volumes with him. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, First off, we need to make sure we on the same page as far as voting. Vote, 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 vote. But now once we get into agreements of how important it is to vote, now the next step is who we trying to vote for. Like, are you trying to vote for
who you trying to vote for, sir?
Mr. Sanders? Hands down.
And down, Mr. Sanders as well.
Like, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta...
Bernie, honey, Bernie bros. You know, it's a lot of celebrities that actually want him to be the president, like Ariana Grande. I think her name is Haley's, whatever her name is. She chose him, man. Cardi B. It's a lot of famous people.
Because they see his heart. They see that he really is in it for the people. And with this whole, what do you call it? Ageism.
Yeah.
Like, y'all kill me with this. My whole thing is, to be honest, both of their asses is old, if you really want to be honest.
Actually, everybody that was in the motherfucker was old.
Right. So, that's my number one thing. Like, while I understand why, if some of y'all actually made the excuse of the reason that you're not voting for Sanders is because of his age, that right there makes no sense to me. Because just the majority of everyone that's running is old. Secondly,
it's only 2 people now.
Secondly, do you not realize if you have the next person, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the next person that's in line if the president happens to die is the vice president, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that if Bernie was to be chosen, his vice president is on the same principles as he is.
I would love like Nina Turner to be the vice president.
Right.
You don't know who Nina Turner is.
So my thing is, if you have your team, why should it matter if the man old or not? The next person in line is gonna be
just as good,
right,
if not better,
under his same principles. So we're not gonna be in dire like, oh my God, we ruined.
Right.
So what does it matter if the man is 50 or 100?
Let me say something. I was a big person on, bitch, he old as fuck. I don't want no old ass man in there. But then I'm like, okay, let me go find something about the man. Because his name has been ringing for a long time. It's like Bernie Sanders this, Bernie Sanders that. Let me go look at his track record on things that he's been doing. Let me go look at his policies. Let me go look at what he stands for.
Because I got something else for that.
Okay, and let me go look at what he stands for. And when you look at all that information, it, as a lot of big medias like to say, it trumps all of that other bullshit that you talking about. He old as hell. Yeah, bitch, he old as fuck, but bitch, he gonna get in there and do what the American people been saying they want for a long time. Let's get this minimum wage up. And also, he got this plan, I guess it's called the Green New Deal. I still didn't do any research on it. But it was a start to saying, let's fix climate change before it gets too worse. Little do you know, we only have like 10 years left to actually reverse the damage that we've been doing to the planet for years and years and years on end. So we have to find in ourselves to make it work. Make it work and make it pop, make it stop again.
Now, my thing is this, again, please, we have to use our brains and we have to think like we really do.
Yeah, Trump old as fuck.
Think, and not even just that, but think about it. Y'all, since y'all want to bring age into this, so you would rather have a younger person with no experience, no real track record of what he can bring to the table over someone that, yeah, he may be old, but he has the experience of everything that he has backed up to what he's saying now. When you pick someone with the experience that knows what it means to be a leader and what this country needs.
They not racist, they not color, they don't do all that colorism shit.
Right. I mean, it's simple.
I watched
Even
the
in a
video where he went to
job,
Flint, Michigan.
even in a job, would you prefer somebody because they're younger, and have no experience whatsoever, and they already just being disrespectful and a cunt or whatever? You would rather choose them because of their age over someone that has the experience for this particular job. That's really what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't get the logic behind you saying that you don't want somebody that's that old. Like, I don't get it.
Because I wonder when I love me is enough.
You have this person that has all this experience and have the experience to back up his plans.
Mm-hmm.
And this person, his team, is behind what he's doing. So if, Lord forbid, but if something worse happen to him, then we'll still be in good hands. So I don't understand what other excuse do we have? I don't get it.
That's it. Only thing Trump can actually say about Bernie is, "Oh, you a communist," and that's kind of like the joke of the Republican Party. Oh my God, we're gonna let a communist run the party, when actually in reality he's not a communist. Like I just said, he's a socialist.
So, babe, for those who don't know what a communist is, what can you kind of go into that a little bit?
I kind of want to explain it on like really good terms. A communist country would be something like China, where only one person rules, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm. So it's not a democracy.
Right. Let me look up the literal meaning of fucking communist, honey. Communists! Let me look it up, honey. So you hoes can look it up.
Philosophical, social, political, economic ideology and movement whose ultimate goal is the establishment of a communist society, namely a socio-economic order structured upon the ideas of common ownership of the means of production.
Basically, the government controls everything. That's what they're trying to say. Like, they're trying to make it look like he want to have the government
like
to take
property
over
and resources
everything.
and everything.
To where nobody actually earns anything. It all belongs to the government. You work for the government. Even if you make your own business, it'll still be for the government.
Exactly. Is that not kind of what we already in, though?
No comment.
Like,
no comment. Actually, remember I sent you that thing on Wells Fargo, and I'm just like,
right. So I'm saying, like, we kind of already in that situation
actually,
now.
We're really more of an oligarchy, which means a lot of rich people. A few rule, which is majority of rich people.
Right. They control everything, but that's pretty much the same. Now. Like, everything that I work hard for, I'm giving it to the 1% of this country.
Exactly.
So...
Isn't
I don't
technically
get
the
it.
Same thing, right?
I don't get, but again, Trump. This is what he's saying about Bernie, but this is coming from someone that touches females' private areas inappropriately. That's not his wife, but it's okay for him to say that. It's okay for him to do that, though. Okay. Sure.
And what did you learn from this experience tonight? Motherfucking voting is important, and not just voting for someone because, oh my God, they're gonna win. So like, I want to be on a winning team. In America, we have this big thing to where if we're not on a winning team, I guess we just feel like we fucked it all up. We not on a winning team. Fuck this number. I don't give a fuck no more. Like, it doesn't work like that. You can't say just because I'm not on a winning team, hold on. You can't say just because I'm not on a winning team, but bitch, were you on the right side of things?
And what is a winning team?
Somebody who won.
But how do you get
by
there?
Default.
But how do you get there? You like that. Whatever supposed winning team became the winning team because those people stood on what they believe.
Mm-hmm.
if you stand on what you believe, you can be a winning team too.
Exactly.
And that's the
Because
thing.
people always change up. Oh no, fuck it, he gonna lose anyway.
Exactly.
Let me use my vote.
And you keep, and when you keep saying
it's a
that,
bad turn for you to do that.
and when you keep saying, let me change my vote because he's not going to win, that's why he's not going to win. Because everybody, when you have a lot of people with that mindset to just give up, that's why we can't have anyone good
And let me
in
just
office.
tell you that if Joe is the nominee, bitch, we in trouble. We in trouble. There's so much stuff dating back on him about cutting entitlements. If you don't know what entitlements is, I'm going to tell you. Entitlements are Medicaid, Medicare, you know, kind of like the thing that's the budget cut that's trying to go through.
Right.
Trying to cut Medicare, Medicaid, entitlements like
Social Security.
So,
but let me touch on that too. So again, going back to y'all are not willing.
Don't mean
Because y'all are not willing, because y'all with this attitude, well, I don't want to vote at all because they want to put whoever they want to put in office, or, well, who I want ain't gonna win no way, so I'm gonna just vote for this person, or I'm not gonna vote at all. When you have that and your future is on the line like this and you don't care, that's a problem.
Especially you bitches on welfare.
That's a problem. That's a huge problem.
Welfare, Medicare, Medicaid.
The fact that your parents and your grandparents work their asses off so they can have a future, so they can grow old and actually retire and don't have to worry about working in old age, your back breaking, your legs hurting, you know, all this extra stuff that comes with old age, and y'all think it's a joke and y'all don't care.
It's kind of like we throw away everybody once they get to 50.
Right.
I mean, it's really honest. It's an honest way.
Let me tell you, and you're so right, because that's why, you know, and again, I ain't trying to put my dad's business out there like that, but I'm an open person, because I could be speaking to someone now who may be struggling in the area. My dad, he actually will be, oh God, my dad would be 60 this year. Lord willing. And he's kind of having some struggles regarding finding another job because of his age. When you reach that age, people, you become a liability. What that means is you more susceptible to having an accident at work versus someone that's younger. No matter how much experience you have, no matter how good of a worker you are, and that goes back to my frustrations as far as y'all are really willing to put someone in office or keep someone in office that's trying to do away with Social Security. Like, I have a problem with that. My dad has worked his behind off for 30 plus years. Like, most of my dad's life he's been working 2, 3, 4 jobs at a time. And you mean to tell me with all the work he's done collectively over the years, it's possible that his Social Security may be in jeopardy? The same with my mom. I have a problem with that.
And just like they were talking about, Biden has that big record on trying to make the age higher for getting Social Security or 401k.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. For me, I feel like it's stupid. For me, I feel like if he's doing that, what he really is saying is, I'm going to make sure y'all don't ever see this money. And I'm going to tell you why. Have you not noticed lately, there are people dying at age 20. Mm-hmm. There are people that are dying, not necessarily getting killed, but just dying from complications or what have you. So my whole thing is, it's already, like, even me, my position that I was in, where I had to actually take from my 401k, and how the part that I took, I may have certain penalties next year because I took it before age 55 and a half or something like that. But I went ahead and I took it because I'm like, the world we live in today, I might not even see 50. You know, I pray that I, can
if you
live
do
as
make
long
it
as
a
I can
motherfucking-
healthy, but still, it's like these years are not guaranteed. So
They really need to lower that shit down to 50 because
right.
people work their asses off for that money and they'll never fucking see it.
And it
Your
makes
ass
you
die before you can use it.
exactly, and it makes you wonder.
And it's they money at that.
Thank you. And it makes you wonder, like, how you gonna tell me what to do with my money?
Right. And how much do you really fucking care?
As if you're paying my bills, which you're not. So, I mean, number one. And number
and
two.
I'm gonna bitch you work for it.
Exactly. And my whole thing is it makes you go back to that question, what's the point of me working for a company this hard and this long if I'm not gonna see it in my future of old age? If I can't retire from it, what's the point of me wanting to do it? Like, y'all, like, these
You have to look
things,
at the underlines. You
right.
have to look at them.
These things are crucial for us to live in this country, and y'all sitting here don't want to vote. Like, are
They're
you
gonna
kidding
grill
me?
the shit out of Joe if he is that person. And let me tell you, it's not even too late. It's like 1,200 votes, 209 votes that still need to be, cashed in, and he could just easily win 1,000 by telling the folks, look, I would have used the coronavirus as leverage, not to say anything bad, but Joe don't want Medicare for all. Bernie wants Medicare for all, and he was just saying how since this is a epidemic, is what they call it. Pandemic. Okay, since this is a pandemic, that medical treatment needs to be free. That medical treatment needs to be free. Yeah, you gonna live after that, but bitch, you gonna have to pay this bill, and I bet you it's every bit of $10,000.
Right. I mean, babe, a visit to the doctor can
Shit,
be
I went to get my head
$900.
scanned one time because I had a headache so bad. And then the headache started going away as soon as I was there. I was like, oh, God, praise him. I got a what is it called? A CTA scan, CTI, whatever it is. When they scan a CAT scan, when they scan your whole head and shit. Bitch, my bill came out to $3,000.
Right.
It's not a joke.
Right.
Like, that shit is very expensive.
Right.
At this point, bitch, I'd rather just sit at home and fucking hurt, bitch.
Y'all know,
You die.
and I didn't tell you this, but you realize I tried to look up like options regarding like healthcare plans and stuff. Like this person, look, right? This person that was texting me and have the nerve to say these are good deals that you don't have to pay. Can you believe my fucking deductible they trying to get me on $7,000? And guess how much a month?
It's a hell of a deductible.
Guess how much a month? Over $300.
$300?
Over $300, right? $360 a month. But that's a good deal for somebody that has a part-time job. Are you kidding me right now?
I feel like that was a trap. That was a
Well,
big
they
ass trap.
try again.
And imagine if they were to expand it, how much
Right.
that would be.
But
then.
that goes to show you, like, going back to...
Shit, I might as well pay them directly.
Shit,
Them
I
bitches
might
trying
as
to
well
fuck
smoke
me.
some weed. Bitch, get very herbal up in here.
Herby.
Right. But I'm
Herby.
just saying it goes back to, like, I get frustrated because it's like, I don't want this to happen again, y'all. Like, seriously, we
don't keep letting this shit happen. We still got time. It's not over with. It's just getting started.
Right.
Like, November is crunch time. But we have to work on it before then. We have to build this movement with him.
Now. We have to work on it now. Right now.
The main slogan is Bernie ain't for sale. We already know that shit. Bitch, I wonder how much money Joe done took. I just want to know.
Period.
Somebody text me the address and stuff. I'm going to go ask them.
Period.
Like, this is very serious. You know, we buy into all these big corporation companies, and for what? We sell out, and we don't do anything that we say we're going to do. Versus Bernie, who hasn't taken any money from these people and are actually for the American
He wants
people.
to give back money.
This is why them other candidates did not want to endorse him, because he's not a team player. he's all for the American people, and that is the team that you need to be on. And with that being said, I don't have nothing else more to say about
Me
this.
either. That was beautiful, babe.
Oh, thank you so much.
You very welcome.
Thank you. Oh my God.
You so stupid. But like,
I thought I was gonna get a cheek kiss or whatever. Child,
Boys.
I end up getting me a lip kiss.
shut up with your silly soul. But we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. But just remember, please, the importance of voting. Please, please, please vote. Everyone
And
vote
make your
count.
vote count.
I don't care what race you are, how old you are. If you old enough to vote, vote.
But Bernie,
Period.
you want to see real change? Because
Period.
Joe has already said it. I'm gonna leave shit the same.
Right. Follow us. Comment, like, share, subscribe. The Jam Couple ! And that's it.
Peace.
See y'all
the fuck
later.
out. Mwah.